this video, I'm going to show you how to start an LLC from home in 2026. Hey guys, welcome back to Biz Builders, your go-to source for business formation tips, entrepreneurship advice, and simple guides that help you actually get your business started. Have you ever had a business idea but thought to yourself, I probably need an office, a lawyer, or some complicated setup to make this official? Well, here's the good news, you really don't. In fact, thousands of entrepreneurs start their LLCs every single day without ever leaving their house. Everything can be done online now, from registering your company with the state to getting your tax ID and opening a business bank account. But here's the thing a lot of people don't realize. Even though you can start an LLC from home, there are still several important steps involved. You'll need to choose a compliant business name, appoint a registered agent, file your formation documents with the state, apply for an EIN, and stay compliant with state requirements. And if something is filled out incorrectly, your application can get delayed or rejected. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to start an LLC from home in 2026, step by step. And I'll also show you why many entrepreneurs choose to use a professional service like Northwest Registered Agent to make the process smoother and avoid common mistakes. If you want to check them out, I do have a special discount link for Northwest Registered Agent in the description and pinned comment below the video. Alright, so let's start with the basics. So first things first, let's clear up a common misconception. A lot of people think they need a physical office or storefront to start a business, but for most modern businesses, that's just not true anymore. Online businesses, freelancers, consultants, e-commerce sellers, content creators, digital agencies, and even many service businesses can operate perfectly well from home. And forming an LLC doesn't change that. An LLC is simply a legal structure that separates you from your business. It protects your personal assets and makes your business an official registered company. So you can absolutely run your LLC from home. However, there are still a few requirements you need to understand before you start the process. Alright, so the first step in forming your LLC from home is choosing your business name. Now this sounds easy, but there are actually a few rules that your name needs to follow. First, your name must be unique in the state where you're forming your LLC. That means it cannot already be registered by another business. Second, your name must include an LLC designator like LLC or limited liability company. And here's something that catches people off guard sometimes. Even if a name looks available at first, it might still get rejected if it's considered too similar to another registered business. So what many entrepreneurs do is check their state's Secretary of State website to search the business name database before filing anything. It's also a smart idea to have a couple backup name options ready just in case your first choice isn't available. Next up, you'll need to choose a registered agent. Now this is required for every LLC in the United States. A registered agent is a person or company responsible for receiving official legal documents for your business. This includes things like tax notices, government mail, and legal paperwork. Now technically you can list yourself as the registered agent if you live in the state where your LLC is being formed, but there are a few downsides to doing that. First, your home address becomes part of the public business record. That means anyone can look it up. Second, a registered agent is required to be available during normal business hours to receive documents. And for people running a business from home, that can be inconvenient. That's why a lot of entrepreneurs use professional services like Northwest Registered Agent because they provide a business address and handle all official legal mail for you. If you want to use them, I do have a discount link for Northwest Registered Agent in the description and pinned comment below the video. It also helps keep your personal address private. Alright, so this is the step where your LLC officially gets created. To form your LLC, you'll need to file a document called the Articles of Organization with your state Secretary of State. This form typically asks for several pieces of information, including your LLC name, registered agent information, business address, and management structure. Now, most states allow you to file this online, which means you can complete the entire process right from your computer at home. However, the forms can still be a little confusing if you've never done it before. For example, many states ask whether your LLC will be member managed or manager manage, and that choice can affect how your business is structured legally. And of course, each state charges a filing fee. Some states charge around $50 while others can charge a few $100s. Once your articles of organization are approved, your LLC officially exists. Alright, so your LLC is approved. The next step is getting an EIN. EIN stands for Employer Identification Number, and you can think of it like a social security number for your business. You'll need an EIN to open a business bank account, hire employees, and handle certain tax filings. You can apply for one directly through the IRS website, and the application itself is free. But the form does ask several questions about your business structure and tax classification, which can sometimes be confusing for new business owners. So it's important to answer those questions carefully. Next up is creating something called an operating agreement. Now, even though not every state requires one, most experts strongly recommend having this document. An operating agreement outlines how your LLC will operate internally. It typically includes ownership percentages, how profits are distributed, decision-making authority, and what happens if members leave the company. Even if you're starting a single member LLC from home, having an operating agreement helps reinforce the legal separation between you and your business. And that's important for maintaining liability protection. Now, here's something a lot of new business owners don't realize. Starting the LLC is just the beginning. Most states require ongoing filings like annual reports or franchise taxes to keep your LLC in good standing. Missing these deadlines can lead to late fees, penalties, or even administrative dissolution of your business. And that's another reason many entrepreneurs choose to use services like Northwest Registered Agent, because they send compliance reminders and help ensure your business stays in good standing with the state. If you want to check them out, remember I have a discount link for Northwest Registered Agent in the description and pinned comment below the video. So at this point, you might be thinking, okay, starting an LLC from home definitely seems possible, but there are quite a few details involved. And honestly, that's exactly why many entrepreneurs choose to use Northwest Registered Agent instead of trying to figure everything out themselves. You see, when you file an LLC on your own, you're responsible for navigating multiple government websites, understanding legal terminology, filling out formation documents correctly, appointing a registered agent, and making sure everything complies with your state's rules. And while none of that is impossible, it can definitely feel overwhelming if it's your first time doing it. This is where Northwest Registered Agent makes things a lot easier. They specialize specifically in business formation and registered agent services, and their whole system is designed to walk you through the process step by step. Instead of guessing what each form means or worrying about making a mistake, they guide you through everything in a much simpler way. So prepare and file your LLC formation documents with the state, make sure the information is submitted correctly, and provide a professional registered agent address so your personal home address doesn't have to be listed publicly. And that privacy aspect is actually a big deal for a lot of people starting a business from home. Without a registered agent service, your home address can end up on public business databases that anyone can search online. Another thing people really like about Northwest Registered Agent is their customer support. If you have questions during the setup process or later on while running your business, you can actually talk to someone who understands business formation instead of just dealing with automated systems or generic support responses. They also send reminders for important state filings and compliance deadlines, which help make sure your LLC stays in good standing with the state. Missing one of those deadlines can sometimes result in penalties or administrative dissolution, so having those reminders can be incredibly helpful. So while you can absolutely file your LLC yourself if you want to, many entrepreneurs prefer using Northwest Registered Agent simply because it saves time, protects their privacy, and helps make sure everything is done correctly the first time. And if you do want to use them, I actually have a discount link for Northwest Registered Agent in the description and pinned comment below the video. So you can check them out there if you're interested. So now you know exactly how to start an LLC from home in 2026. The process involves choosing your business name, appointing a registered agent, filing your articles of organization, getting your EIN from the IRS, creating an operating agreement, and keeping up with ongoing state requirements. And the great thing is you can complete the entire process online without ever leaving your house. Once your LLC is formed, you'll have liability protection, a more professional business structure, and a solid foundation to start building your company. If you found this guide helpful, definitely give the video a thumbs up so more entrepreneurs can find it. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more LLC tutorials, business formation guides, and practical entrepreneurship advice. Also, if you have any questions about starting an LLC from home, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I read every single comment and I'm always happy to help. And if you'd rather have professionals handle the LLC formation process, you can check out Northwest Registered Agent using the discount link in the description and pinned comment below the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.